charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Bears and the Hawks on Thursday night.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Chicago Bears and the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you, and Brandon Gaud alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis. And CD, in the few moments here before kickoff, let's give these folks at home a look at these two offenses by the numbers. What stands out to you?
Brandon, I just continue to be amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate and study because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators can really crunch the numbers and find where exactly on the field a defense is. It's the game within the game. And if you really dive into it, it can be endlessly fascinating.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Holding offense.
Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Back to throw. Fields. Caught by Montgomery. And down he'll go at the 25. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Get a look at this Seahawk offense as they come out there. And the quarterback brought in as part of that big offseason trade. Now in his 4th NFL season, Drew Lock. Lock now on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. For Drew Lock coming out of Missouri, the one thing that scouts they loved was his arm strength, and we see why there.
And what was amazing to me was the fact he was able to get as much on the ball as he did because he was on the run. Normally when you're on the move like that, you don't expect the ball to go that far. You would think you need your lower body to be involved. That was an all-arm throw.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Lock. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Locke going to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Locke exits on 4th down as Seattle sends out Jason Myers. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
From the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Fields. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Here's Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
On 1st down, Locke. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Locke. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Carson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Locke. bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Locke. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Locke exits on 4th down as Seattle sends out Jason Myers. From the left hash, this from 37. Oh, and Myers left that one out there. It's no good. Wide to the right, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Fields. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Fields. That pass complete to Moore. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Off play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Fields throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Now Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. 3rd and long. It's Fields. Forced out to his left. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long. Kept them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Well, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Block now on 1st down. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. He's got a man. Complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there. These 2 coaching staffs are likely using this game as their dress rehearsal for the regular season, so some final adjustments being made. And for the call of the second half, we send it back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. The 30. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming out to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent. The return excellent. The result, 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. It's a squib kick picked up near the 25. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction. That's 3rd down 10 for a 3rd down and 9.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now it's the backup Simeon. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack and it leads to 4th.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
Playmaker, step up right now. Let's go.
Now a man who moved up the depth chart with the retirement of Chris Carson. Here's Rashad Penny. And some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 17-3. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort, and results in the touchdown. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's a give to Herbert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Simeon. Pressure comes and down he goes. Boye Mafe from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long. Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
On the draw, this is Penny. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 108 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Again, it's Penny. Shoves him away. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Eason. And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's finished off by a Rashad Penny touchdown run. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 24, Simeon. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. The 20, 10, 5. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. It's fielded at the 45. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They go play action with Eason. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
The handoff, running left is Penny. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 127 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Eason off the play fake. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Penny, a 1st down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now Eason. end zone, caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Bo Melton, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again on second down. Simeon, and his throw is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. On the move past the 40. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can. Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission. I think
you took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
162 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.